Hello, 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 everyone. What is going on? James here, and as you can see, we are with Mr. GC
Hello.
and the one, the only Professor Ghost.
Greetings. Happy to be here again.
Yeah, this is obviously Goat's been a guest on the podcast, but this is probably you're the fourth special guest that's been on the Brick Flick because we've had Gampat, Sean and his brother, and now you. So good shit, man. Good to get another person on the Brick Flick. But yeah. Oh yeah, Goat. Oh damn, I was going to ask you a question, but I totally forgot it. It was quite. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this on the podcast that I did with you, but when did you stop collecting Lego like to it? So like how for ages you collected Lego, but then like when did you
The
stop
Dark Age,
regularly?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Most AFOLs refer to that as the Dark Age. It's a period where they just, usually in the angsty teenage years when they're too cool for Lego. I never really had that. I'd say in my late teens, early 20s, I consumed less, but I never really stopped. It's always been something I've been interested in. As I pursued my studies, sometimes there just hasn't been time for that. So sometimes for years, for a year or two, that would be a very heavy lull. But I never quite stopped, if that makes sense.
What I sort of meant was though, do you collect any Lego City stuff now, or do you just collect old stuff or blocks to build stuff with?
I'll still keep my eye out for some specific sets, but for where I am in my collection right now and what I'm trying to do with the Asker project, I don't really have much need for most city sets because I have the variety of pieces to build whatever city I need, and I can say, oh, this is such a cool new city set. It's just I don't really have room for it, and I'm not the kind of person who displays stuff like that. That said, for models right now, I'm just looking at my my International Space Station, and out in other parts of the building, there is, of course, the Apollo as well as the Apollo 11 lunar lander. But I always keep my eye out for cool and interesting new sets. It's just as more of someone who enjoys experimenting and building, I can more appreciate what other people have designed. I appreciate I appreciate the sets as if they were done by a really great designer, but it's also something I can buy rather than something I necessarily collect personally.
Yeah. So obviously the space sets appeal to you quite a bit, as you mentioned before, but something like a random Lego Minecraft set or a random Lego Star Wars set you sort of pass on pretty much.
There's been a few sets that I will pick up, especially the Ninjago line. They won't stay together forever, but I do really enjoy. There were a lot of really fun sets with, for example, the Master of the Mountain Wave. They had sort of a D&D thing going on with those.
Yeah.
And I'm gesticulating, and just because I'm on habit of doing it with the camera, sorry, I don't have my camera on. But the year before that was the Prime Empire. That was a really fun one as well that introduced a bunch of new parts. I enjoyed building those sets. Again, things have a very short lifespan when you're interested in mocks.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the builds in the Asker project. I know you said to me earlier about how it's some of them are like computer generated, but it'd be cool to see some of like the real proper builds, the authentic ones as well. So
most of what you'll see in that will be hand built, and I'm going to try to use as little CGI as possible just to give that authenticity.
Yeah, that would be very cool. What sort of figures have you used then out of interest, or are you leaving that till it comes out?
What are you referring to exactly?
Like the figures that you'll take a picture of for the characters.
What do you mean? They're just minifigures.
Yeah, no, but like, have you used Lego Space ones? Have you used a Lego Star Wars torso? Have you used a Iron Man torso?
Oh, well, I'll use I'll specifically hunt down all these different I look at every new set for characters and I think, oh, that's an interesting and fun color. And I'll
Yeah.
like to mix and match all those different colors and styles to come up with a coherent theme. I try not to, most people who experiment with characters in just on Flickr communities, most of them will try not to use more than a couple pieces from a particular theme, because you'll say, oh, that's a Star Wars character. But
Yeah.
like some of the vests are actually from, I believe, Jurassic World. Others are from City. So I got a few of those from City sets. And what else? One of them was from a Marvel set. So I'll just pick up whatever cheap torsos are in sets or on Bricklink, and whatever looks cool. That's usually how it works.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, let's get into the title of the video then anyway. The Lego Star Wars UCS. I'm pretty sure this is the tallest Lego Star Wars set, the 8080 UCS. 700 quid and a crap ton of minifigures. So yeah, let's get this up. Were you hyped for this one, Goat? Were you looking into it much? And George, were you hyped for this one as well, or not too fussed? Or
I was quite looking forward.
Go ahead.
So I was going to say I was quite looking forward to it, but I still think the price is a bit too much.
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous, isn't it? Your thoughts, Goat?
I think that the price for by the parts count, it's a reasonably fair deal, considering all the new elements they introduced and new colors, and just the sheer scale of this. It's a lot. There's a lot more meat to this model than it may initially appear. Like with the UCS Millennium Falcon, it's a little bit.
Look at all the seats.
Yeah, like with the squattier Millennium Falcon and these more angular, shorter things, you don't necessarily. It appears larger because it's more of a 2D shape. While this is the most 3D UCS model we've seen.
True.
There's so much bulk to this thing that it may seem like it's overpriced, but considering the volume, it's reasonable. It's fairly reasonable.
I think it should be 600. I don't think 700. I think 700 is pushing it a bit, you know.
It is a bit, but then again, Star Wars license, gotta raise it. It's what was the parts count on it again? I forget.
Oh yeah, let's scroll down. 600. I mean 6,785 pieces.
Yeah, that's just fair. That's just fair. It's not a bargain.
Oh, okay. I don't understand all the price of piece stuff fully. Isn't it like 50 pence, 50 cents a piece, or something?
Usually, it's a like in US, we usually go by 10 cents per piece.
Okay, fair.
But that changes because you have to keep in mind these are a bunch of large parts in this thing too, and you'll if you've noticed over the last decade, the parts count has actually increased, but the size of parts has decreased. And you'll get more detailed parts that are slightly cheaper to produce sometimes. And then there's a balancing act that comes to that parts value. For me personally, I think this is a fantastic model and highly authentic. One of the best UCS models we've seen from Lego Star Wars.
Definitely.
But just for me personally, as someone who really appreciates the original trilogy movies, and not necessarily a Star Wars collector, I view this as a spectacular display piece, but not something I necessarily can justify buying myself. If I see somebody who has it, I will spend several long minutes ogling over the sheer scale of this thing.
Yeah. So
I was watching somebody build one of these, and it took them about four streams to do, about 2 hours each.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked beautiful, but when they completed, they uploaded a different video of them basically decorating it. And I don't know if you've seen those Lego dots that they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
They just covered it in that.
That's really funny, actually.
And well, when you see it,
I think you lagged out there.
George is frozen in time.
Yeah, so I was just saying, it looked like it had been at a rave or something like that. 'Cause it was just covered in all these pieces.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen that. I can't comment on that.
Hello there.
No, I don't know if James could get it up or quickly show it.
That's
What's
up
the
to
stream? Who's the stream boy?
It's like Emmasaurus.
Emma who?
Emmasaurus is one of our newest.
Right.
Emmasaurus. Yeah.
All right. Where is it? Did I ruin my AT-80? Is that it, George?
That's it.
That's it.
Right
Okay.
at the entrance.
All right, then. I'll get it up in a sec. Bloody hell. 2 adverts. YouTube. Oh, shit. I can see dislikes on this video. Damn. That's a shocker. So what does she do? Oh, she's put flowers on it. Oh, okay. That's all it is.
What's a bit more than that? Right, if you're going right to the end.
This is it then. Or let's just... Oh, she's put these on it. Okay. And then her boyfriend comes in or wherever that is. And then that's the end. What a waste of time, George. 1 out of 10. So,
yeah, but it just shows through the legs. Even show the body of the thing.
Yeah. Anyway, this is really cool. I was going to say it's pretty much minifigure scale. Great detail. 1 billion seats. Great minifigure count. I'm sure it's got some decent playability considering it's a set initially intended for adults. Cool cockpit here as well. Great build. What's it? Is it snot techniques when you make it look like it's not bricky and blocky? Ghost.
Well, bricky and blocky isn't necessarily snot. That's one of the most common ways to achieve it. Like the legs are snot, but the wedges, like the side-mounted parts, are using very complicated hinge techniques.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't count.
Well, there's parts that you can specifically call snot parts, and those are just fun angles, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, fun angles, but the legs are snot pretty much.
Mostly. Snot is phenomenal for structural integrity.
Mm-hmm. Fair dues. He looks like the geezer who directed Thor Ragnarok, the bad guy in Free Guy. Yeah. But yeah, this is class. Fair play. I mean, this is brilliant.
You know what I noticed with this though?
What?
That to me it looks quite a lot more like the AT-80 from the newer movies than the original.
Didn't they look very similar though in The Last Jedi?
Movie.
Copy paste.
Add some slight difference to that, and it seems like I was a copy paste there.
Anyway, let's do this Lego quiz then. All right then. So the rules of this Lego quiz are me and George say final answer to the question, and then Goat will say if we're right or wrong. He should know the answer to all of these, but I think he will. I don't know.
We'll see if you can make a fool of me.
Yeah,
the man enthusiast has joined.
Oh yeah, Sean, how's it going, lad? You good, man? How's it going, man? Thanks for joining. But yeah, let's do this quiz then. I'm predicting me and George do all right. I don't think we do that good, but yeah, see how many can get it right. All right then. So, how many rubber tires do Lego make every year? Is it 100 million? George, what do you think?
I have no clue.
You don't know? Fuck. All right. It's obviously not 25 or 150k. It has to be one of these. Oh, I have a feeling it might be these because they make so many vehicles. Do you know, Go?
I think it's 318 because it's a very odd number.
It's a very specific number.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's very logical.
Here's a more interesting question. Do you know what the world's largest tire manufacturer is?
No.
It's the Lego Group. The Lego Group produces the most tires of anywhere in the world. That's not
Joe,
a joke.
that really makes me logically want to go for this then.
It's most likely that.
Oh, so you're not entirely sure then?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. So you don't actually know the answer to this. Well, we've got. I'll probably go 318 then. So, oh yeah, wait. It goes on to the next question. So, all right, Goat doesn't know. Okay. I thought it doesn't matter anyway. I thought it'd tell you the answer when you click it there and then. All right, it doesn't matter. We'll still play by the rules of if Goat knows the answer. How many? I think it's this one, isn't it? It has to be. It has to be.
I think that answer may be. I think that is.
I'm gonna grab 8 of them.
I think that answer may actually be wrong. I think the answer may technically be in the billions. There was a. I don't recall specifically, but there was a video documenting all of it, and there was this long-held belief of this was the believed configuration. But if you, there was certain assumptions that they can only be like stacked in a certain way relative to each other. But if you remove that limitation, there are significantly more configurations. So I'd say at least 915 million.
Okay, so this isn't like one that you're in totally concrete on.
I think it's either that or larger.
Okay, cool. So I would have gone for that one. So I've sort of got the first 2 right. Well, me and George have got the first 2 right because George thought, oh, we know this one. Play well because you say that at the end of every video.
I found 4 of them.
Wait, don't look up the answers to them, George.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to find the bricks to try and do it.
Yeah, Goat, it has to mean play well because you say at the end of every video, until next time, play well.
Or I could have just been misleading you up to this, so you picked the wrong answer.
It could have all been leading up to this moment, Goat, trying to mug me off. Well, I'm going to go with my... I either have to go with my head or my arse, and my arse is saying play well. Nah, play
always
well.
go with that one, James.
How many?
Would
it be 260 million? It has to be. It has to be the biggest one again, I think. What? George, what do you think? I'm going to go for 260 million. What do you think?
260 million.
Put the bricks down.
40 billion.
No. Oh, I'm going for 260.
Never.
Go.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I actually don't know this.
Okay.
Like I'd have to do I could probably calculate it in less than 10-15 minutes. But just off of my gut, I'd say that since 40 billion is the least specific, and the distance between the Earth and the Moon changes, so it'd probably vary by a couple million, just due to that. So I'd say because of the ambiguity, I would say 40 billion.
Oh shit! Bloody hell!
Yeah.
Well, George, you might have got this wrong. Then that would have been my final answer, but team effort. So there we go. How many Lego sets are sold per second at Christmas? Ooh, all over the world, eh?
All over the world.
28, I'd say. Can't be 200. Oh wait, no, it could be because you could be buying really small sets, and you got to think some people could buy in bulk. So maybe 200, yeah, because people might buy in bulk at Christmas. So.
It's hard to say. Again, if you're dealing with numbers like this, it's hard to put it in context.
Well, you buy about 20 million at Christmas. So
how'd you know? 28 is probably more realistic, but it does feel like it's 200.
So what do you think, Goat? If you don't know this one, what do you think?
Well, again, I need at least 5 minutes to do the math to be sure. But wait. So
Aaron says 28 per second as well. Let's just go for 28. Let's just go for 28, lads. Might as well.
Here's the thing. That's like just 28. That's like I did this right, didn't I? Hang on.
And this is a very specific one again.
It's still over 2 million a day.
Yeah.
So I see what you did there. You're not funny, but yeah.
What did I do? Go. What did I do?
You're right. Using maths are cheating. I forget. My bad.
Goat is cheating. No,
You're right. Math is not permitted in this establishment. How dare I?
Let's just go for 28 then. Might as well. What the hell?
This is
Which
it.
of these brands do you think are really cool? None of them. Oh, Rocket League, but I can't be arsed, so go away.
Good choice.
How many? There are more. Yeah, obviously. Like, come on, that's true. But what do you think, George?
I've got a bag of I've got a bag of like 20 to 30 here, so and then I've got another bag down there full of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's only you and your dad in your house, but there's like 50 Lego figures in the house, so has to be true. Do you think it's true?
Absolutely.
All right. On average, how
much is it in the
200? It has to be.
HJT set?
A few years ago, it was close to 62. It's when was this made?
I've got no clue. I'll check at the end.
I feel like it would be at least in the 70s by now.
Should we go 200 then to be safe, or what do you guys think?
I would say 62. Again, with challenges like this,
Too
you'll notice specificity.
Mhm.
So if someone says 62 and someone's just saying,
It's
I don't
probably
know,
62.
it's 62.
You think people have more bricks though? I mean, I've got I mean, George's got more, you've got more, but I suppose we're Lego fans, aren't we? Not the average geezer or lady. So,
Not quite.
the world's tallest Lego tower stands at 112 feet. How many bricks did it take?
It should. I'm surprised it's not in the millions, honestly.
Yeah, but it can't be this much. That's mental. Has to
No.
be 500k.
So, like, one of the models I built, it was about between 50 and 100. But to do something like 112 feet, if it was fairly narrow, you could definitely do that with 500,000.
Okay, I'll go for that. George, what do you think?
You could not do that with 46,000.
George,
he'll catch up. He's running.
it doesn't matter what you think. No. What? Why is Legoland on there?
It's a joke.
Oh.
Who do you think?
It has to be between Denmark and the UK.
It's obviously the Germans.
What?
Do you know the Germans?
Are you sure, Ghost? Oh shit, George is gone. Are you sure, Ghost?
I am fairly certain. Like, you have to consider the relative population of Germany compared to Denmark and the UK. But I'm surprised it's not the US.
Yeah, if the US but if the US was on there, it'd be far too easy. So
yeah, that's fair. Like, a more interesting question would be per person, like to take population size into it. But like Germans are in I'd say it's Germany because Germans are very systematic in their thinking, and that would naturally gravitate towards Lego. So I would say Germany.
I'd say it's Denmark. The thing is, Goat, I'm not looking this up right now, but I remember months ago I checked. America has like something like 50 stores. The UK has like 12, and everywhere else has less. So
it could very well be the UK.
See, my head is saying go with Go, but my arse is saying go for the UK.
All right, go with the UK.
You're probably going to be right. What the hell's Ed Sheeran doing here? Complete the name. Oh, Lego House. What the hell is going on? Right, let's see how many we got then. We got that one right. No, go. Oh, I should have gone with you.
Who could have predicted that?
Well done, Goat. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got that one right, Goat. That one, you pretty much got them all right. 28, yeah. 40 billion. Bloody hell, I would have gone for 260 million. So fair play, lads. Fair play. Play well, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. And so we got 9 out of 10, but pretty much, Goat, you got 10 out of 10. So, oh man, I should have gone for what you said. I should have gone for that, Goat, but man,
so close. So close to perfect.
So anyway, George, so what we're going to do now, Go. I don't know if you've watched a lot of the Brick Flick, but we pretty much look at new sets and things like that. Occasionally we'll look at old sets. I did a whole stream. Me and Gampat looked at old sets.
Yeah, the retro.
Yeah. But so it's going to be new sets at the moment.
I
So
do have something for you guys then.
okay.
I've
Before
got
we go new sets, then
a little bit of a fact.
a fact.
Go on.
Go on then. What's the fact?
In every Lego land, the people who build the actual set, there's one assigned a temporary place to build little and they're basically customized to that person.
I didn't.
Like if I was like,
So what you're saying is, if you worked at Legoland, they'd make you.
no, there's a person in every Legoland who builds some of the Legoland set. One of them is assigned to making name plates for every member of that section.
I don't get what you mean. I don't understand what you're saying.
There's a group of people that will build the Lego sets in Legoland.
Yeah, I get that bit. Yes.
Yeah, well, one of them is assigned to make nameplates.
And now George is frozen again. Frozen in shock.
For each person.
So basically, what I believe he's saying is that each Legoland model is
So
basically has the name of everyone who contributed to it.
Oh, okay, cool. That's nice.
No, that's not it. So if us three are working together.
Okay.
At Legoland, I'm assigned to make these sites. So you'd make the name on the Lego plate, and if James likes games, he likes like video games. You may look at like a Lego controller or something, a game controller.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of this.
Yeah, I'm confused. All right, let's just continue on to new sets then. Anyway, so these are the new sets then. This is a link George sent me. The Wolverine Mech suit, very nice. Great chance to use the big ass Wolverine claws. Very cool, very cool.
And a fantastic headpiece, of course. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really happy to get that. And a fairly cheap set, too.
Yeah, I don't know how much it is, but I'll take your word. Wouldn't it be like 15 quid?
Like it'd be 10, 15 US, I'd say.
Ah, okay, fair. Doesn't look too big, so yeah, I can imagine it wouldn't be that pricey. Why do we have to have this Iron Man head? For God's sake. Never mind.
Yeah.
I just like the one that flips up. I know it's a bit more big and chunky and mad, but it just seems so much cooler. But
yeah,
we've got a big
I personally like I like the piece. I just don't like it on Iron Man.
Yeah,
I don't think it works for him.
it works on Wrecker in the Bad Batch, but it doesn't work on this geezer, Tony Stark.
Hmm.
But I mean, the build itself looks all right. I wish they'd just make Iron Man a bit more bulky because it looks like all right, like big chest piece, but then everything else seems a bit like hollow and all over the place, in my opinion. But then you've got obviously these shields here and this stud shooter.
It's not a significant improvement over the last Iron Man mech we've seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much. I'd prefer a remake of the Hulkbuster, to be honest. That'd be far more interesting and fun.
I believe they're doing that next year as well.
Ah, sick then. Good move, Lego. Good move.
As a UCS, I think.
Yeah.
Not 100%.
Oh, UCS, even cooler. All right. And then we move on to another. Oh wait, this came out before, didn't it? This is just Ash showing off the previous set.
Mm-hmm.
I like
The same one.
this is pretty cool though. I think the figure's okay itself. The torso and leg printing's pretty decent. You've got like a belt printing too.
Yeah, it's a very well detailed figure. I feel that the red on the dark red on it is a little bit awkward. The color balancing on that isn't. It's not my favorite Iron Man by a long shot, but it's still a fairly cool character.
Yeah. Which is your favorite Iron Man out of interest?
I have a. I don't have all the different marks memorized, unfortunately, but
Okay.
I could dig it out and I could show you if I had a camera, but I do not have them memorized. I'm quite fond of the one that is in. I'm quite fond of the one that's in Age of Ultron.
Fair. I thought you'd say the Iron Man 3 Iron Man, but the Ultron one's pretty cool. And now we have Black Panther. I would have liked them to sort of maybe make his head a bit more. I don't know. Just I guess you got this bit on the top which represents the cat ears, but it's like I don't know. I like
do a little bit more printing. It needs a little bit of printing on it.
Yeah, that too. The claws look cool, decent. It looks like there'll be decent posability. This window here just looks a bit, I don't know,
tacky.
Yeah, it just seems really like it seems like something they'd do on like if this was the first ever mech that they were going to make for Marvel.
Yeah, it feels like a step down from the others. Certainly, the claws look great. Everything else about this is just pretty iffy, personally.
Fair enough. I mean. Oh yeah, the foot looks a bit odd as well. It looks like he's got ski things on. Bit weird. Yeah, I don't mind the rest of it, but as you say, the claws are the best. So yeah. But we get a Black Panther head, so that's cool.
Alternate face and hair. I really do like the hair, and I'm glad we're not just getting that in the one collectible minifigure set.
Mm-hmm. And a big ass Iron Man here. Oh, and add in 5 seconds. This seems all right, I guess.
Yeah, it's not something I love, but it looks decent.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly,
I don't like the gold on that minifig for Iron Man now.
Yeah, I think it's the ratio that gets me. The gold to red, it's not quite right.
Yeah.
Maybe if it I feel that if it had like a arm printing, or as James said, the older style head piece for Iron Man, it would look would look significantly better.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, none of it's going to pop up in a sec. So, but yeah, Sean didn't think they'd be making more mechs, but that's cool. Mm-hmm.
I am curious about the 2x2 dish that's for the arc reactor in the chest.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like we're getting I'm not sure if it's a totally new shoulder piece and headpiece. That seems like it's a new design compared to what we've seen previously due to the angles it uses. Not 100% on that. Again, this is pretty good. Not something I'm dying to get personally.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like compared to some of the other figures we've gotten, especially I really do love the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, that one's class.
This is just
Even
decent.
yeah, I mean when me and my friends went to the city one time near us. Well, why am I saying the city? When we went to Birmingham, my mate bought the big gauntlet, and he even reviewed it on his channel. It's one of his most viewed videos, and so for him to buy it, he wasn't particularly that bothered about Lego that much. It truly was a good set. Well, it still is a good set. But yeah, I'll get the next video you sent me, George.
Have you seen the new? I wanted to ask, have you seen the new Monkey Kid sets?
No, but we can go to them after the sets if you want.
All right.
Is this the ones that I've been waiting for again?
This is the one you've sent me, the Star Wars one.
Those Star Wars ones, I thought it was the other ones I was thinking of.
Yeah, you sent me that Marv one, then you sent me this one. So this is it then. Oh yeah, obviously
Yeah, well,
all
I'll
credit
send
to
you
Ash
a
and Flash.
photo.
Credit to Ash and Flash. This is his video. So we're getting a battle pack. I mean, it's going to be, this one's a bit pricey. I think it's $20 instead of $15. Figures look cool, like this new helmet mold on the Scout Trooper since the Mandalorian's been out. I like how it's not stud shooters now. That's good apart from this thing here, but they get normal Lego Star Wars blasters. I mean, you do get a bit with this, don't you? But does it justify the $20? I mean, I guess it's because there's quite a lot of pieces in there, so I suppose it's a bit of a take it or leave it, really.
Yeah, the snow sculpture is bigger than it looks. I wish they condensed the snow sculpture. If they reduce that by like 50%, 50 to 30%, that snow sculpture is at least 30% of the model, just physical space, not the most complex or expensive parts. It's mostly filler. But if they cut that out, I felt like they could justify 15 US, but a little disappointing there.
Definitely. And oh yeah, we've already babbled on about this one, but there we go. Oi oi Savloy, very nice.
Considering the level of detail on these snowtroopers, if you want snowtroopers, this is still a really good deal. It's just not a bargain.
True. It's not like it's like $27 or anything. But yeah, here we go. The ATST. I mean, yeah, you get Chewbacca. What are those droids called that fly around and that can shoot?
Probe droids?
Yeah, you get one of them, probe droids. And a Hoth Rebel Trooper as well. And obviously a really big ATST. It doesn't look the best. I do prefer the massive one that in the Mandalorian and previous ones like that have... They just look a bit better than this. They just look like the legs look more...
Oh, yeah, like the one from Episode 8.
Yeah.
What was that much expensive?
That looks like a new type of stud shooter. Yeah, I think they introduced it in the Batman versus... Or it might, I don't know if it was this one, but this is the first time I saw it anyway. The Batman 34 quid tumbler. And the Scarecrow had one of those stud shooters.
I didn't realize those were already out. I thought those were just in the 2022 sets.
Oh, yeah, those. It looks a lot like that, but the Scarecrow's got it pretty much. Okay. It's not a big turret. It's just this piece here.
I quite like the shape. I quite like the shape of it. I like how square it is. That's a very fun shape. I definitely hope I can pick up a few of those eventually.
Yeah. You could get in the Asgard project. You never know.
You never know.
Feature those turrets in there.
Oh, I'd just be using them for engines and such. I think they're just cool. I think they have a very interesting texture that you could use for walls or computer panels. They're just interesting texture parts that you can use for greebling.
Yeah. But there ain't really a lot to say about this. I mean, you get Chewbacca he's got a stud shooter this time. And yeah, this probe droid looks cool. It just all seems pretty banterous, really. I mean, you've got him popping out as he always is, this Imperial officer pissed off.
Personally, I think it looks phenomenal. It's just the fact that we've seen this thing so many times.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it better when there's like.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm going to look at previous ones. ATST Lego, because I swear the old ones they just seem a bit more. No, okay, it's exactly the same. Never mind. I was talking bollocks. Just the head's a lot bigger on some of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Would
this
you
head
want
looks a bit
different
bigger.
variants of this?
More accurate proportions.
Anyway, yeah, I suppose this is still cool. Then now I've seen the previous. I just struggle to remember some sets, but yeah. And these are the. Oh wait, just 2 sets on this. Oh well, doesn't matter.
I was thinking for the ATST, if they did like the different variants, that they could sell for quite cheap. Like have I think it was from
I didn't quite catch that.
episode ATST, but no head. There's an ATST in episode 7 where it's just the legs and BB-8 basically takes control of that. I think that could be a good set and quite a cheap set.
Sorry, I zoned out. BB-8 taking control of what? The ATSD.
In episode 7, in episode 7, there's an ATSD with no head on it basically, but BB-8's controlling the leg.
Okay.
That was episode 8. Yeah, that was. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed that set. I think that set would have been phenomenal if they just cut back on maybe some of the side build and gave it a proper head, but gave it a feature where you can knock off the head of the ATSD. That's what they needed to do. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Anyway, I'm looking at the Monkey Kid sets now. Then we'll click on the other link you sent me, George. So,
yeah.
I don't think I've really. I just. Right, so we haven't really.
I saw the Monkey Kid thing show today as well.
So we haven't really looked at we haven't really looked at the new Monkey Kid set. So here's 3 of the. Here's 3. Are these announced or are these out, Goat?
These there has been some announced just over the last few weeks.
Okay, we'll look at these 3 new ones first that I've just found. I didn't think Monkey Kid would go this far and make it this detailed. To be honest, I didn't think they'd do anything this cool. To be honest,
it's an underrated theme, but it's also an overpriced theme.
Yeah, 115 quid. Oh wait, no, this looks like it's been announced because it's 1st of January 2022.
Mm-hmm. But like the price on this set in particular is very fair. There's a lot of references. Like there's the Snap, which was a Kinect's clone from the 90s. There's the Borok symbol on the left, which is a Bionicle theme. There's the drone.
Right, where's the Borok symbol? Which one's that?
So above the Hero Factory one. Look down. It's the circle.
Oh, this?
No. Right below it. The gold on the gold. Yes, that's the
Borok
symbol introduced in at the tail end of 2001. There's the other one you were pointing to, the 3x3 round piece. That is a reference to the Series 20 Drone Boy collectible minifigure. I'm not sure if that symbol has appeared anywhere else yet.
Damn.
But there's a lot of fun details. And the parts value for this is very respectable. It's a really, really cool set. The robots down there are sort of a fusion between like a Spirius / Explorians droids and classic space, like the very simple designs they used to use for those characters. There's a lot of really fun details to this one.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I mean, you get a crap ton with this. I know the people don't always count these types of figures as minifigures, but you know, I would. They've got a head, they've got a body.
I want to get my hands on those heads. I think they're just fun, and they're
shit. Pig Geezer. Sorry, go on. Sorry to cut you off.
No. It's fine. It's a reinvention of a 90s part that I've wanted to get my hands on.
Yeah, I just noticed this Pig Geezer though. That is sick.
Yeah, and you can, yeah, he has a really fun expression, and the different sets, I believe, have different facial expressions for him.
But yeah, these I didn't realize. It should have been obvious to me, but I didn't realize that the robots actually come from parts from the 90s. I thought this came out in until you mentioned it, the SpongeBob set where there's a robot SpongeBob. I thought that's where these sort of parts came from. But it makes sense that they're from the 90s because obviously there's robot parts from years ago.
I'm pretty sure all those parts are from the 80s.
Oh, are they? Okay, fair enough then.
Another thing is there's actually an Infomaniac reference in the left. So you see that little screen, the light blue screen?
Oh, this thing.
Right below it. There's an eye on a character with a beard. Yeah. That's in a reference to the Infomaniac, who was a character from the Lego Island series.
Shit, it's amazing that they've put all this effort and detail into this because
it is unfortunate that they are stickers.
Yeah. But I mean, I am loving this trivia. The thing is, I love it because like people like myself, and I'm assuming George as well, who are Lego fan. Oh, where's George? Oh, wherever he's gone. Oh, he's here. We go.
Out.
People like me and George, we're obviously not going to know this stuff, but it's nice that there's people like you who know the ins and outs of it and can tell us this shit because it's just amazing the effort they put into it. Just for effort's sake, it's just legendary, man.
And like if you look to the right, there is a image of like a boy in overalls. That's from a promotional image. I think that may actually be from the 50s, if not the 60s.
Shit. Jeez.
The Man Enthusiast says it would be cool if the train was electric. Yeah, that would be cool. Hard to do on this scale.
But the little shops with the food bowls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. The lantern's very nice as well. Newspaper. As Goat said, all the brilliant little inside references. Goat, do you think you'll be getting this one then to add to a set or something or a mark, or you're not massively fussed? Or
I am preparing for a fairly large investment in the next year, so I'm not sure if I can justify it. But if I do get $100+ set next year, this is near the top. There's actually one other set from this line I really like. That's equally difficult for me to justify. Like a lot of these sets I think are phenomenal. And if I found them 20% off, I'd probably jump on them.
Fair enough. I'm guessing this is the set that you're trying to justify getting.
Actually, this is my second favorite. Or my third favorite. I don't know. There's a lot I like about this one just because why does this exist?
Yeah.
Oh
shit, I remember this from Lego City years ago, this symbol. Very cool.
The Octan, which is also the symbol of the tyrannical bureaucratic government corporation of the Lego movie. And you can't see it right now, but I'm actually wearing an Octan shirt.
What was it to me?
I don't know. Very trippy.
But I don't know too much about Chinese mythology, so I can't speak too much about all the little references there. But I do love how they're reinterpreting all this with this absolutely ridiculous looking rocket. They created some brand new what is it? They created brand new astronaut uniforms for this set, and tons of new colors in recolors in dark turquoise. Dark turquoise is one of my personal favorite colors in Lego. It pops really well. Even the helmet is unique to this set. There's a dark turquoise on the back of the helmet that you can't see from here. So there's a lot of little fun details to this. And if you go down a couple more, there is a sticker, unfortunately, on it that has a set printed, a set number printed on it. It's the number on the ship down there to the right, I believe. You probably can't make it out too well. But it's actually a reference to one of the very first Space Police sets, the Mission Commander.
Nice. Some good class trivia right there then. By the way, I just want to go back to the previous set because I didn't go through. Oh yeah, and that geezer with the ginger beard and the ginger mullet is pretty cool.
He's fun.
That looks like a ginger bearded mullet version of Yondu, so very cool. But yeah, here we go. Very nice. Oh, alternate build, beautiful. Beautiful.
But yeah, everything is nice and modular with this set. It's not quite on the level of like a Ninjago City and the level of detail or complexity, but this is a fantastic, well-detailed play set, and it was well needed for this theme.
Whoops. Oh crap. Here we go. So the Ring of Fire. Well, the Fire Ring, sorry.
Yeah. With something like this, the price feels a little bit high. I think that the build for the ring cycle is really cool, really well designed, but it's hard to justify this price when you get this much. It feels like it's 10 to 20 bucks overpriced.
Is the ring a whole piece?
What?
Is the ring a whole piece?
No. This is the same stuff you see in the roller coasters. They're just using it in clever ways.
Right.
But fantastic design. And this is the thing this theme constantly runs into. It's constantly 10 to 20% overpriced. I think part of this is due to the limited production they do from it. This is mainly for a Chinese audience. So they're not expecting to sell nearly as many of these to us Westerners. But again, if these were 20% off, I would consider getting so many of these sets. But as they are, it's a little bit difficult to swallow. The
if they're down to for £40 or something like that.
£40, this would be a really good deal. But I think 50 or even 60 would be reasonable.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just a little bit too high. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
they seem to gone as well.
The one I really wanted to look at is the Moon one, which is just this weird set with like space rabbits for some reason. Apparently that's a mythology thing. But again, there's so much little fun, bizarre stuff you don't see in other sets in the Monkey King theme that I really enjoy. I just wish that we saw slightly more reasonable prices on them.
Yeah, when I've seen them, they have always been quite high priced, and so I've never been a fan of them, and so I've stuck with like the Mario ones and the Star Wars and Marvel and things like that. I never really got near the Monkey Kid sets because they've always seemed a bit too high priced.
But I'm not quite sure. Like, there isn't a single $10 or $20 Monkey Kid set, and it looks like it's just me. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to have much control over this situation. But okay, so
no, I'm back, Mr. Professor Goat. I'm back.
Wonderful.
Just was desperate for the toilet, man. But yeah,
I got you.
This set looks alright, but as you said before, a bit overpriced. So, all right. So let's go on to. Do you want to look at more Monkey Kid sets, Go? Or...
We can move on if you like. We can move on if you like.
Oh yeah, it'd just be cool to look at the Mario ones because there's quite a few.
I've got all these written down with prices.
All these written down, George. That is mad dedication. Bloody hell.
So I think I linked a video for it, didn't I?
I can't believe you wrote all these down. I mean, respect, definite respect, but you know. All right, then let's look at these then. Ash and Flash. Here we go. So
yes, here's the first one.
I
So
just
this
want to
will
get the
take
full
over
setup.
the
Oh crap!
what's this ad for?
So okay, so
So
this
we
is
want
all
the
the
clown
gears
car
then.
first. So this will be taken over from the suits that we normally get.
hmm
So this will be £10, and so you'll get just the clown car instead of one of these suits.
Yeah, I feel like this is a much better value considering that you're actually getting a bunch of parts for this. But at the same time, I don't feel this isn't a very fun set to look at personally. It looks kind of
Yeah.
goofy and silly and blocky, and that's part of the aesthetic that Lego Super Mario is going for. I'm just not a big fan of the design on this one in particular. Not the worst parts value.
I don't really have that much to say about it myself. I guess it's an easy way for people to get Mario. I suppose Mario
No,
fans
no,
will
no. It's not.
recognise.
Mario's not in it. Mario's literally only in one
Oh.
$60 set.
Oh, okay. I thought he was sitting on this guy, and I assumed. So you just get this geezer with it.
Yeah, for $10.
Yeah. I suppose the Mario fans will know this geezer with the weird, very passive aggressive smile on his face or
It's
her.
Bowser Jr.'s ship.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
So
a
we've
bit
got
of an odd
Bowser
thing.
Jr. in the first set with Lego Mario,
And it
and
does
it's
include
his
a Bob
ship
on.
basically.
All right.
So
Anyway,
this
let's just
one
move on.
is.
Yeah, I forgot to mention the bomb. Yeah, decent.
This is the Luigi's Mansion Lab and Portugal
Oh, looks
expansion set.
demented, lads. Who is this guy? He looks mental.
He is Professor
That-
E. Gad.
Yeah.
Yes. Some great naming schemes they have going on.
And I think this one is around 25 to 30.
Yeah.
I mean,
But with this set, you get the vacuum pack as well, which has a button on Luigi to basically turn on the vacuum and turn off the vacuum.
I guess that's an okay thing, but you get this lunatic with it. I mean, this just seems
Yeah.
like a bunch of this and this is okay, like the potions and the saw but it just seems like there ain't really much to it apart from like two different areas. I guess it is just Luigi's Mansion, isn't it? But
Yeah, but I think it's meant to be more for the figures and the vacuum.
just seems quite bland to me. But this looks cool. This looks really cool.
Yeah, this one has a
True.
lot more
This one
personality.
is the Doris Beach Hut, and it is 30 quid.
That's not too bad.
No,
So you get everything with it apart from Mario.
Pretty much.
yeah.
I mean, you've
So,
got this
so you get Doris,
the fish geezer or lady.
yeah, the fish. We get one of the I think it's a scuttle crab or something like that. Which
Yeah.
you've had one of them before in I think series 2 of the character packs. And I think that pink block's new as well.
You mean the coral?
No, the
Oh,
one
block in
in the
the
sandcastle
tree.
and not on the tree.
Okay.
I think they're new because they're numbered.
Yeah, this is just fair. I've always struggled with this theme because they're more play sets rather than things that you actually want to display. Most other play sets have a much more display value. I feel like Lego Super Mario is exclusively play value. And for me personally,
It definitely is, yeah.
for me personally, some of the characters look really cool. Like I think I have a soft spot for the silly looking Goomba and Yoshi and Toad. But for the rest of them, it's just not a huge appeal just due to how they've structured this theme.
I think for a lot of people, including myself, it's more the figures themselves than the sets that people want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Next
this one
set,
is
Luigi's Mansion. I mean, this has it
in
going in
this
my
one.
opinion. Windows, Ghost, whatever the hell this is meant to be.
Oh, where you
Gates,
get the
Porsche, dog.
porter dog as well in this one,
It seems
which
like
people will want.
this has honestly stood out to me. I really do like this, to be honest.
It's a much more filled in model. It gives you this
Yeah.
sense of depth, and this is a model you could display and say
Yeah.
be kind of proud of it.
Do you
And
want to know the price of it?
What? 80 quid?
40 quid.
Oh, 40.
like,
Fair.
yeah, that's fair. Not
Yeah,
great,
definitely.
but personally,
Because
if I
you are
had-
getting 3 figures with it, basically. You get the ghost, you get the dog, and I forget the one in the back's name now. The
yeah,
boo, that's it.
I played Luigi's Mansion once, like 15 years ago, in during a sleepover, so I have no idea what's going on here.
I've watched gameplay of the third one. That's on the Nintendo Switch. So that's how I know my little bit of knowledge about it.
I really wish they'd do Lego Crash Bandicoot sets or Halo sets because I'd be on it with them.
I do think those ghosts are very well designed. Like you see, like the teeth are used
the printing's
as like
good, but the builds are a bit.
icicle kind of things.
The printing's good, but the builds are just a bit. I don't know. I suppose this one's alright, but the other two is just a tiny bit basic.
I'd want that for the ghost dog, basically.
It's just the problem that they're trying to aesthetically fit with Lego Mario himself, which is blocky.
Yeah.
So everything else in this universe is blocky, and that's not what most Nintendo fans are looking for.
Definitely. Here we go. Now, again, this is a very cool one. A lot of cool play stuff here. We got these fish geezers going about. A Goomba, this big puffer fish.
Where's the Goomba, James?
I thought that was a Goomba.
That's
no.
That's a Yoshi.
Yeah, go on. Dig yourself deeper.
I thought that was the thing with the tortoise shell on its back, and you jump on it, and then the tortoise shell goes from side to side, and then Mario has to jump over it.
And that's not a
That's a
Goomba either.
Koopa.
The Goomba's the little brown thing.
No, I know that. I remember that now. That it's the mushroom.
So this one is the Urchin Beach Ride. And I think the price is £60.
Yeah. I don't have too strong feelings.
And I think that's quite a good price for that massive Urchin as well.
It's definitely fair. Again, it's just my aesthetic preferences for this theme are somewhat
Super
completely different.
Troopers. How did I forget what they're called? So that's meant to be.
I think you get one of those like those Dorises again, don't we? That Doris that's on the track. That's the same one as we got in the beach hut set.
It's a different print.
Oh, is it different? All right.
And those are more of dolphins, while the other one is more of a dinosaur.
All right.
I mean, there ain't much else to say about it, really.
No, there's not a lot else.
Big sets.
Cute model. There's not too much to analyze about these sets. The little ride for it going around in circles is kind of cool.
This is another really cool thing.
This is the Haunt and Seek.
Bloody hell, this is really interesting. Candles, a dinner. Well, a metal thing that you put over the dinner, a little seesaw type thing. Patterns on the floor. Spider.
So we get the
ghost. Brilliant.
Yeah, so what we get in this set, we get the trash bin ghost, which is that green one.
Good job.
And we get an ad as well to go with it. We get a toad where last time we got a toad was in a £75 set. We did get a King Boo before, but this is more of a classic kind of one.
I mean, there ain't much else to say about it, really. It's just nice that it's, as Goat said before, it's not as display as the first one, but you could display some of this and it'll look cool, it'll look trendy.
And you can certainly
Yeah.
combine this one with the other one in some fun ways to make it look
Yeah.
like this full haunted mansion. And there's a lot more depth to models like this, in my opinion. And I much prefer
And this one is 75.
not terrible, I guess, but
I think I could have made it a little bit cheaper, but overall, really good.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's decent, isn't it? Yeah, this is
Here we
just a
go.
bunch
So
of
these
pieces,
are the
enemy
Series
geezers.
4 character packs.
The only one I really like is the stupid looking penguin. I think
Yeah.
I think the penguin looks really funny.
Yeah,
It
looks a bit
looks like
out.
it's seen something.
Well,
know.
Or
Mario
traumatized.
has thrown him off of the mountain so many times. He's just traumatized.
I do have the names of these ones. So we have the Sting Bee.
This.
We have the Bully,
It's the one with the
which is that
bullhorns.
one with the horns.
Oh yeah.
We've got Penguin, where we can tell which one that is. Freezy, the big icicle looking thing. The Coin Coffer, which is the green and yellow one,
Okay, he looks really black.
which looks like a square. We have the Parabiddy Bab.
What the hell is that? This
Uh,
the angry looking geezer.
I think that's the one in the back, yeah. We have a Met Cooper, which that's the one I'm most looking forward
This
to.
is
And
that the
that's
thing?
the
Yeah,
Mhm.
mouth
that
open,
one, yeah.
looking a bit demented.
That's one I quite like the most. We get a Scaredy Rat, which is that top guy.
Oh yeah.
Upright.
And we get the Goon Brat.
That's the gimbal with hair.
hmm
And then we get the Ant Trooper, which is that purple one.
So,
So I think these are better
that's
than
the
the
end.
Series 3 ones.
That's the end of this video. There's a couple more things I want to do though. Obviously, the Lego website. I mean, the Lego Ideas website. But there is one Mario set we haven't looked at, but you did mention it earlier, George.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you'll definitely rate this one, Goat. I think you'll
Yeah,
think
well,
this is the second
I
best
think this is a beautiful
Mario
set.
set because I think the NES is number 1, but this has to be number 2.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
look,
I still need to get that set.
beautiful.
Okay, so this may or may not currently be in this room.
Oh shit! So you got it.
Oh,
Go. Can you put your camera on somehow, please? I know you said it looks
No,
bad, but
it's
please.
not. It's not. It's not
Go,
assembled.
please.
It's in the box. It's still in the box.
Oh, okay. Okay, this
It's
is
for
before we
something
go
very
into.
in particular. It is almost.
I was
What
going
were
to
you
say before we go into this set, I want to ask: would you ever do any like building streams on Club Brick? That would be so awesome to see you just building stuff and
You're
people.
frozen.
Is it working now?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
caught
cool.
up. I'll think about doing a building stream of some sort whenever I get some extra sets to build. How about
Yeah,
that?
that'd be awesome, man. I really, or like, but yeah, anything really. But it'd be cool if you did something like this, like one of the.
I'll be
biggest
back in a
sets,
second.
You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's get into this then. You get micro. I like how, because usually with a previous gaming theme like Minecraft, it was all these little things at first, mini. Well, what was micro figures? But I like how with Mario you get massive bulky ones, and then you get these really micro ones. But it's very nice. It fits all inside the box very nicely. You get all the different biomes, the castle, the area with the bomb, King Bomb, whatever his name is, Bomb King. You get the little annoyed geezer on the chain. I don't know the Mario
Chain
terminology. you get this penguin geezer in the ice biome, and the band that pulls it in. So, well, not pulls it in, but like is there to, I don't know, whatever it's doing. And then you get Bowser's area. It looks like is this
That's
meant to
not
be
quite Bowser's area.
What's
No,
it meant?
that's not Bowser's
Is this
area.
Well, it's
basement?
Lava Land or something.
Okay.
I'm not a huge. I've never actually completed a full playthrough of Mario 64, so I'm not the expert in this area.
Yeah.
James, yes, you see that little flap down the bottom?
That's where
That's
Bowser is.
Bowser. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's
I
funny when
remember
this
now.
set was first shown, I wasn't a fan of it, being that the
I'm shocked
characters
about
were
that,
so
George.
small.
I'm absolutely shocked about that.
What it was the characters being tiny, but as I've seen it more, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it even more.
Yeah, don't
There's a
blame
lot
you.
of love and attention to detail.
I
Yeah,
think this is
definitely.
definitely the second best Mario set, has to be, apart from the E NES.
Absolutely.
I still want that NES. It's just so much money for it.
What do you think you'll be getting first then, George? The question mark block or the NES?
I don't know, because really the Mario block is £50 cheaper than the NES.
You got to go for the NES. You know you have
But,
to.
but I need to get that NES badly.
Ooh. What would you go for, if you were in George's position? George has got about 1 million collectibles and not much space, but what would you go?
I would save the money and just get the one NES. The NES is such an incredible display piece. It has a really unique function that isn't in any other Lego set. I cannot recommend that set enough. It is one of my favorite sets from the past 5 years.
Damn.
Well,
that is
I'll say
praise.
this now. Starting in January, I am putting £50 aside each month to go and get that NES.
All right.
Okay.
So by May 2022, I should have that set.
Okay, you got this.
Well, good luck, George. Maybe
Yeah,
you'll have a job by
definitely.
then and you can get it done a lot quicker, hopefully. But let's move on to Lego ideas anyway. So, let's do. Actually, I'd love for you to go through this set that I'm about to get up now. Good friend of mine, Gampat the Celt, he made this legendary set. What do you have to say about it, Ghost?
I think it has a lot of interesting details. I believe we covered this on Club Brick last week.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what do you think though?
So, I don't know anything about the source material. Obviously, I think that some of the builds are a little bit, are not the most complex. But I do really like the design for like the house and like the shaping of the roof. It's I feel like there's a lot of potential for something like this. We haven't had a Viking themed set in forever, so I would be interesting to see if there was a version of the set. I'd be very interested in it. I'll say that.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, everyone, I know no one's watching, but if anyone ever goes back and watches this before he gets to 10K, support it, everyone. Yeah. Actually, let's go through Gampat's
How many does it need now?
It needs 971.
871.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, what? I can't click on this thing. That's annoying.
No, not until you're logged in. I think that the boar especially is very cute.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Oh man, I can't be asked.
A boring set.
We're not rehashing Power Miners here.
What does that mean, Go?
It's a rather boring joke. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, okay. Oh damn it! I can't find Gampat's other set. You know,
I
I
think
might
a cool one. The
I'll
Panther.
try and sign in. Hold on. Just procrastinate, lads. Just talk about anything Lego related while I sign in.
So anyway,
Lego.
oh, you can do better than that. But I will say that
I mean,
yeah.
All right then.
Sorry, I'm a little bit food obsessed right now.
Are you very hungry? I mean, if you have to go, fair enough, lad. If you're starving,
I have a plan to perfect a recipe in the kitchen very shortly after this. I'll say that.
okay. Are you up for sticking around for like 2 more seconds, or
I can stick around a little bit longer.
cool, man? But yeah, so this is Gampat's other set. Because I think while you're around on this stream, it's good to get you know, like to hear your thoughts on his different sets.
Okay, I have seen this one before. I don't know what it's a reference to, but
Prince.
Hmm?
Prince, the artist.
Okay. But I do quite like how the texturing was done on the walls. I don't think that'll actually get to be chrome gold in an actual set.
Yeah.
Probably might be okay. I didn't notice the backstage element.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind if this was an actual set, it would be 200 plus bucks.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that you could compress this down to 100, 150 easy with a few tweaks. Something like this, it would be fantastic details, a bunch of fun colors, an absolute ton of gold. I think this is, again, I don't have much of a reference or a stake in this concept, but I would be very interested to see. I'd be very interested to see it as a set.
Fair.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on the Blarick Flick. I have been Professor Goat. This is my co-host.
I pressed the wrong thing.
Wait, what was that?
I accidentally pressed back on the StreamYard tab instead of the Lego tab.
Mm-hmm.
Only 36 days left. Hopefully, you can get to 1,000 and get a bit more time. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
What else do we have? I don't really. Should we look at the Raiders? I haven't even looked at that one before. This is We Love Street Football, though.
I like the setting. That's not something not a traditional setting you get to see in Lego.
True. Different patches of color on the ground. I guess I just thought, I wonder if you would have much to say about it.
Not too much. It's fun to look at, and it's a very visual color contrast to other models that Gampat has done in particular.
Yeah. Well, actually, why not? How about we look up Star Trek, see if there's anything interesting? Oh,
yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, Khan. Never mind.
But yeah, you're not going to see Star Trek sets ever because they are currently licensed under under Mega Constructs, which is a rival of Lego. So until they get their act together, we're not going to be seeing that.
That's a damn shame. Well, what do you think of the Seinfeld set then?
What's the deal with Lego Seinfeld?
It's not
Bazinga.
Lego, it's not Seinfeld.
Bazinga.
Oh, you actually sound exactly like Sheldon. When I first heard you talk, I thought, did John somehow get Jim Parsons on it?
You know, I despise that this is like the 5th time I've had that comparison.
No, but you do actually sound like it's not a bad thing. Like, you know, you know, Big Bang Theory. It's sort of like watchable if you have nothing else to watch and you can't,
It's-
and the internet's not working, you know, and you can't
It's-
get on Netflix.
It's an intelligent show if you turn your brain off. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Yeah, because it's not actually funny. It's just sort of like, okay,
It's
the,
on.
the characters are insulting each other. They're here now. The characters are insulting each other more.
Laugh track.
Okay.
Bazinga.
Yeah.
Confirm my idea in a second.
Right, what's your idea, George?
I'll put it in the chat.
But in the group chat on Messenger, or do you mean in the private chat?
No, in this chat here.
He wants you to search Lego Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you put it there, sure, mate. Yeah, why the hell not?
The $60 set we got like 5 years back was really good.
Was that the TARDIS?
Yeah, the TARDIS set.
Yeah.
Fair.
Maybe
Oh, shit, go. I remember this was the first video I did for you lot on Club Brick.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
that takes me back.
Back in the day. Back when I thought Goat will respect my basic building and my basic wall building. And then I watched the final what was it called?
roast.
Roast my mock. Oh, mock roast. And you said, well, this can be designed by a 6-year-old. I'm disappointed. And I went, Goat! And then that was the end. That was
Cry
the end
harder.
of the year. Yeah, that was the end of the Wrath of Goat. So, but no, but yeah, back in the day, I think it. Do I want to support? I'm not bothered about the Wizard of Oz. If asked for support in the support
I didn't
squad,
even know it was
It would be interesting if we did get a set because we have gotten the characters, which is very strange.
oh damn,
Like
Fair enough.
most of the characters were released actually with the Lego Movie 2 rather than their own set, which is always struck me as a little bit weird.
Right, is this a video game or a film?
It feels like an Among Us knockoff.
Oh yeah. Sussy.
It's a very
Sus.
sus.
What if you are you still trying to search for Doctor Who?
Oh, well, there was no Doctor Who sets when I
Yeah.
searched it up. Well, I guess we can look at a couple more most popular.
Okay, you were searching by most popular. That makes sense.
Actually, do you want to look at the new
The
sets?
magic book in the one.
No, sorry,
You
the,
were looking at the
most-
new sets.
Sorry, most supported. Sorry, I meant to say. Let's have a look at this. Is this Spirited Away? Is this Spirited Away? Does this deserve it? I swear this big thing's from Spirited Away. I know it says
Yes,
Lego.
yes. Oh, it's different. It's different. From different movies from it.
Isn't that My Neighbor Totoro?
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah,
I haven't watched most of these movies in like 6 or 7 years, so
Oh. Yeah, it's just
Happy
in
to?
it. Oh, the first one in Sky. Some of them are really, really good.
Might as well support it.
yeah,
Definitely.
this would be a fairly good one. I know that at one point Studio Ghibli has been going through I thought they used to be distributed through Disney, but now I think they're distributed through Warner Brothers, not 100%. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch some of these now.
They're very ambient films, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's. Hold on, I've got a challenge, Goat. When I used to be on Mock Hour, I might as well support this. We'd look at trains, and I'd really
God, the
struggle
trains.
to like myself about trains. So, can you talk about trains, Lego trains, Goat? That's a challenge.
Believe it or not, a lot of the people the AFOLs I used to surround myself with were train fanatics. They'd be
Shit.
the experts here, not me. I can tell you that I really appreciate the use of Technic parts and all these different rubber hoses and all these different shapes to create this very coherent shape.
Oh, look at all the scratches, bloody hell.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
still
that's a given.
that is rendered. The
Oh,
scratches
okay.
are rendered in.
Oh, damn. I thought, oh, shit. Cool.
But it's a cool it's a cool little feature that some of the rendering programs have. But very well detailed model. I'm sure that many of the AFOLs I know would be really happy with this set.
Definitely. Go. Do you think you could bring on one of your AFL friends who like knows as much as you? That'd be amazing to have like two Lego geniuses and talk to them. That'd be like mad.
I'll keep that in mind. I think one of them does have a YouTube channel. I don't interact with them a ton. We're in completely different cities, but
okay.
You never know.
I think it's worth a go, but obviously if you
that top middle one, then
if it comes up, I'll mention it. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, but if not, it doesn't matter. Like honestly, I appreciate you coming on and giving up an hour and 23 minutes. Well, it'll be 24 minutes of your time. I appreciate that. So,
I like the greenhouse.
Oh, this, yeah, I think we looked at this last time or time before. But I mean, if you've got anything you want to say about it,
like there isn't too much to say about. There's a lot of fun parts usage and a lot of fun colors. I just really appreciate like the shape of all of these, like the snot techniques and the hinges that are used on the main greenhouse itself. I feel like this should. I wish there was a set like this in the city line that was compressed to about $50 or $60. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Like this is $300 to $400.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess we can end nicely there.
Well, that's nice. The Lancia.
Yeah, I guess we can end nicely there. Anything you guys want to say?
I'm hungry.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Goat. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you can come on in a few months or, whenever. That'd be cool. Like come on again in a few months. You're cool. But yeah, thanks so much for coming on today, though, man. Highly appreciated.
Absolutely. I appreciate you inviting me. I'll definitely take you up on that offer sometime.
No worries, man. But yeah. Honestly, I'm not even bullshitting anyone. That was probably the best episode of the Brick Flick. A lot because your takes go, but I think we all bounced off each other really well, and there was just a crap ton of new sets to talk about as well. So
internet interventions aside.
Oh yeah, at the start, yeah, that was the worst. Yeah, that I was really like, no, because I thought, oh, this happened again. No. But thankfully, it worked. So
it worked out fairly well.
Well, anyway, thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and have a good one. See you.
Goodbye.
Bye.